The following program may contain language of an adult nature. Listener discretion is advised.
Views and opinions expressed on the following program are those of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
We think it's the banning of
We are anonymous. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch jerk man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Ah, yes! Finally kicked those fuckers off the air.
It's about goddamn time. I got sick of those fucks.
Yeah, that G.J. Jerkman and Maxwell Silverhammer with all their goddamn anti-corporate
You know what?
talk.
I'm just be happy. We're gonna go celebrate right now. I think we should go do some golf and butt fuck one another.
Oh, that's the greatest. I'm ready. Hold on. Go get in the car here.
Get the hell in the other side. Another side. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, this is a great day.
I'm gonna start it up now. You ready?
These bastards.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bora Bora, here we go.
It's the STIM Radio Show.
Maxwell Silverhammer, G.J. Jerkman, Cruise Control, and G Motor. Do you smell fire? I think somebody lit a cigarette. No, it's the hottest radio show on the internet. So keep it locked here from 7 to 9, cause the STEM Radio fam, they ahead of their time. And now it's lesson 1, man, this is lesson 2. No format because they keep it fresh and new. And this is what I call HQ. A win for you a musical genius, man. They can't paint it like a face is, but if the content is making you sick, take some Dayquil. And if you think that the jocks sound quirky, allow me to introduce you to the shit that irks me.
After a week of absence, the bald man's back with a vengeance. Maxwell Silverhammer.
Oh, man, and does it feel good to be back? I want to start jacking off right now.
Yeah, you probably did that before you came in. I'm sure out in the seat I'll have to clean it later.
Yeah, well, that explains why my shorts are sticky.
That would explain a lot.
Oh, man. Oh, I'm so glad to be back. I know I just said that, but I got to reiterate that.
I know you're all giddy over there.
I am. This is like, wow.
Damn.
This is like going to meet Tootsie Toes for the first time or something. so,
that's special, huh?
Man, I'll tell you, and I know you got stories and I got stories.
I have absolutely no stories. Nothing's happened to me within the last week.
Just a big, boring week, right?
Oh, yeah. I just sat around and Bora Bora and sucked on tea and looked at half-naked women.
Painted your toenails and all that kind of shit?
Well, I had somebody do that for me.
Well, I've had a few little ass rams. Mm-hmm. One was my air conditioner. And,
again?
Yeah, well, here's the deal. I think Warren didn't have the heart to tell me, hey, man.
It's crapped out?
This isn't my specialty. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, he went, like I said, he went up twice. He checked it out, and he said I had a leak but couldn't find it. So I said, okay, man, well, we'll figure it out. So then I said, well, let me call this other air company, and these motherfuckers ripped me off, man. Precision Air. And this guy goes up there, and he's up there for probably a good 30 minutes or so. Finally comes down, he goes, well, man, I don't really have any good news for you. He's like, yeah, you do have a leak. It's these 2 valves, I guess he said, that are leaking. He's like, we can replace them, but it's an older unit, and you're probably going to have to special order the parts and all kinds of other shit. So he's like, it's probably better if we just replace the unit at the tune of $5,500.
No, that's not bad.
Oh, no. We shit that all the time.
Who doesn't?
Oh, by the way, we got Clarence here with us,
Clarence
too.
is with us
Fuck,
tonight?
I almost forgot. We're going to have to give you a name, man, so we can start.
Call me Numbnuts.
No, I like it. You know what? That's what I'm going to start calling you, man.
Yeah, did it there, Clarence.
Numbnuts. That's who you're going to be.
What everybody else calls me.
So, anyway, and this guy, he charged me $225, supposedly. He said, well, I tied off the line so they don't leak, But that's all I could do right now.
Charge you $250 to tie off the lines.
Yes, that was my, and to climb up on my roof. It was $225. I was like,
damn, if I'd have known I could have made that, I would have climbed up in your roof and did something. I would have did something with it. I would have tied him in a knot.
Yeah, exactly.
Made myself $250.
So then I was like, oh, this is fucked up. So I called my mom, and I don't usually like to go to my mom about shit like this, because for obvious reasons. You remember when I had the bugs, the bullshit that I had to deal with,
No, I don't remember that.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
So anyway, yeah, so I called my mom, and she says, oh, there's a guy who did some work on our house, fixed our air conditioning. He was great. Here's his number, blah, blah, blah. So I called the guy up. I told him what it was, that the guy said it was one of these valves leaking. And this guy goes, oh, that's an easy job. All I got to do is solder it. And I said, oh, shit, really? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right, man, well, let's do this. So I give him my address, and he goes, it is a ground unit, isn't it? And I said, no, it's on the roof. And he's like,
changed everything, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, he goes, I can't climb on the roof, man. I hurt my knee. And I'm like, I want to say, you fucking pussy pansy faggot motherfucker.
Sounds like he's probably afraid of heights.
It's like, dude, you're giving me this shit. This is your job, dude. You can't climb on a fucking roof and fix an air conditioner. You might as well.
Since when does a job pertain to more than one thing anymore?
That's true.
If you work at McDonald's, you can only get the fries. You can't get the hamburgers or the shakes. Someone else does that.
Oh, that's right. You got to call the shake department.
Yeah.
So I'm like thinking, damn, man. Okay, this guy fucked up his knee, so he can't go up on my roof. And he's like, well, if you want to call me in a month, man, it'll probably be better then. I fell off a ladder at a job, and I'm thinking, all right, clumsy fucking Smurf. Yeah, okay, no thanks. Plus
clumsy Smurf.
Yeah, remember clumsy Smurf?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hey, Papa Smurf. So anyway, yeah, I'm like, okay, dude, and furthermore, hey, we're in fucking Vegas. It's going to, a month? Call you back in a month? No, I need air conditioning. So anyway, then I call Warren, and I said, look, man, who is your go-to guy? And he says, oh, it's a guy named Ken. And I was like, oh, yeah? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you should have called him to begin with. So I call Ken, and he was badass. Ken went up, and even watching him work.
Ken's badass.
Ken is badass. It's Heating and Cooling Technicians is the name of his company.
Okay.
And the number is, if anybody wants it, it's 702-375-6549.
So you get the man's information out because he's that badass.
He's badass. I mean, just watching him work was amazing.
Wait a minute.
I didn't see what he did on the roof.
Oh, no.
What?
No.
What?
You said watching him work.
Oh, gotta have a fucking blind.
Gotta get one right away.
I'll tell you, I had a situation like that today, actually.
Did you?
But I'll explain later in my SMJ because I have a fuckload of SMJs too. Anyway, yeah, Ken, Heating and Cooling Technician, 702-375-6549. It was great. He comes out. He's got an assistant with him, and he's like, "Hey, man, how do we get up on the roofs here?" And I said, well, I think you have to go up on my balcony and bring your ladder up there and lean it against the wall, and then you climb up from there. And so he goes out on my balcony, he yells down to his assistant, throw me a rope, man. So he has him throw him a rope, and he's pulling this ladder over the balcony wall. It was badass. And then, he puts the thing up, and then he's like, all right, man, now I need this, I need that. Like he had all these crazy things. He's like, need some soap bubbles, man. Get the soap bubbles out of the...
So he's like MacGyver and Inspector Gadget all mixed into one?
I'm wondering if he's some kind of magician or something.
Maybe.
Like he's doing like magic tricks up there, making my shit work.
Could he have helped you meet Tootsie Toes?
Fuck him. Maybe, I didn't think about that. Maybe
get the bubbles out and get the...
Like, hey, dude, I got another favor to ask of you. So he goes up there, and, he was up there for a while, but, I mean, it blows beautifully now.
Okay, I'm right back. I'm fresh out. I'm not going to touch that one.
I figured that. That's why I was like, that's why I stopped it.
I'm going to leave that one go tonight. It's a present back.
It blows better than me going to Red Lobster with Gary,
Woo-hoo, you got it for me.
I figured, that's my gift to you.
Oh, thank you.
Since you're back too. So anyway, yeah, he went up there, he came down, he's like, yeah, he goes, that is an old unit, man. He was like, honestly, you probably do want to replace it at some point. But he's like, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Right. He was like, I didn't see any leaks. He's like, but I did bolt some shit down and tighten some things up there. that could have been contributing to a leak. And so he only charged me, I think it was like $68 or something like that. So, and I was like, that, which I was totally cool because, you know, you have the peace of mind, you know, like, hey, he did some shit. And the price he quoted me, he was like, if you do decide you want to replace your unit, he quoted me $1,200.
So that's a lot freaking cheaper.
Yeah, I was like, damn, dude, I'm willing to pay that right now. But no, I was like, well, he was like, just see how it goes. He's like, you know, we got a lot of hot days coming up, and you know, it may be fine all summer, but if you have a problem, call me back. So I'm like, yeah. So he finally fixed this thing, man. Pain in the ass. My ass fuck air conditioner.
After all this time.
Yeah.
You finally got it taken care of.
Yeah, I mean, it's been working, but I thought here it was. I'm like, okay, it's only a matter of time again. It's going to leak, and then I have no Freon, and it's not going to cool again, and we're going to go through this bullshit. So, but he handled it. But he even told me, he was like, yeah, that thing's old, man. That's like 30 years old. You don't want to put any money into that thing. So, you know.
At least he was honest and got the bubbles out, right?
But yeah, well, I don't know what the fuck the soap bubbles were for, but
soap bubbles were probably for he was going to rub it over the area to see where it would bubble up where it was leaking.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look at that. I would have amazed you too, huh?
Yeah, I've been like,
get the Dawn, get a duck.
Yeah, I need two dead frogs and a fucking
Cheerios, an empty box.
Testicle. Oh, but you know what's funny though? When I called him this morning and asked him if I could plug his company on the air, he was like, well, you know, I can't pay for that, man. And I'm like, dude, I'm not going to charge you, you know, but that's it. There's so many motherfuckers, you know, that nickel and dime all the time. You know, he's probably used to shit like that. Like,
so he's probably like, wow, I'm getting it for free. Then he's going to listen to the show and go, wow, why did he bother? I wished he wouldn't have.
Well, no, I mean, hey, you know, everybody needs their air fixed if you're in Vegas.
Especially summertime coming up. Yeah, it gets nasty out here.
Fuck yeah, you do not want to be without air conditioning.
Hell no.
And he's cool. He's honest, you know, like I said.
And he's got soap bubbles, remember.
And he's a magician, man. He's like the fucking David Copperfield of air
Magical
conditioning.
Ken.
Yeah. Well, you know what I put him in my phone as? Because his name is Ken. I put him in as air conditioner.
You were, you know, and you even got Clarence to. Yeah.
That's numbnuts, man.
Oh yeah, sorry, numbnuts over here to giggle at you.
Yeah, I like that, man. A little play on words. Air conditioner. So yeah, man, good shit. And
but it's fixed.
It's fixed.
So you're cooling off when you lay around in your underwear that everybody out there wants to picture because you know they can see you right now and thinking, wow, I would love to see that man in his underwear.
Yesterday I was walking around naked up there, man. I was just
that right there's the icing on the cake. You're supposed to hold that one back. Everybody's just trying to imagine you naked.
That's it. You know, I got my I'm sitting in those.
There goes people dropping.
I'm sitting in my leather chair. My balls are sticking to it. You know?
I think they think they're finding their clearest, quickest route to the bathroom right now to upchuck.
Like that fat motherfucker naked. Shit.
It's kind of funny because I was today I noticed you put somebody else in the museum recently.
Oh, it's Mac Metro.
That's Mac?
Yeah, it's Mac. He wanted to be in there. He was like, I want a name, man.
Okay, so I noticed you put that up, and I went back through and I saw an old cassette tape that someone had of you. Who was that in the background? Was that Cruz?
No. It was the guy that did. That was Alex.
Okay, because I couldn't tell who that was. Man, you looked young and you were thin. What the fuck happened?
I was thin. I had a beard.
No, you didn't have a beard.
I didn't have a beard?
No, you look like you do now. It's just you look younger and a lot thinner.
I thought
you had sunglasses on.
I thought I had a beard back then.
No.
I was almost positive.
I didn't see one on the cover.
Huh. Well, yeah, that's my old man. You saw my first album.
Yeah, she goes, I got a collect. Who else has got a collector's edition of Be Sick cassette?
Yeah, that's Fellini. And
Fellini,
which is a cat I had growing up, so I named her after this cat.
And the cat was Fellini.
Yeah, Fellini was the cat. Her real name's Tiffany. But,
I was gonna say, I thought I said Tiffany, but
yeah, her name's Tiffany. But
knowing you,
I call her Fellini because she's my cat from back then, you know. So,
Fellini. Okay. Sure.
So yeah, I was surprised she did that too. I remember that, and then I was like, well, does anybody else want this shit? I'll zip it all for you. So yeah, it was good. Then I know you got stuff to talk about, man.
Not really.
Not really?
No, it was an uneventful week.
Oh. Yeah, well, it's all right. There was it sounded like it was very uneventful.
Let's see. I was sick Monday. I didn't feel so good. You remember from the week before, I wasn't feeling hot.
Right.
And then Monday, after your show, I left. I went over to
actually, I
my
didn't do a
girlfriend's
show.
house. Well, okay, well, so it was after what's her name show. She came in.
Shelly, yeah.
Shelly came in. Wasn't feeling so hot. Went over to her house. Started having heart palpitations over at Humvee's house, and I just wasn't feeling very well. And so tried to go to sleep, and she was sitting there. She had her head on my chest, and she's like, "Wow!" And my thing was just flipping the frick out. I mean, just doing all kinds of weird stuff. I was like, "Wow, this is just obviously not right. My heart shouldn't be playing like a discotheque in my chest." So eventually, I did fall asleep, and she's like, "After you went to sleep," she goes, "It was even going more wacky and stuff, and I was like gasping for air and weird stuff."
Oh wow!
So then I woke up and I was bleeding. And I was like, okay, something's not right here.
From where, your mouth or?
No.
Oh.
Other areas.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, shit.
So I was like, okay, I better go to the hospital. So I went out to the hospital, and the guy's like, the doctor, he's like, well, we're going to look you over. We're going to do this, this, and this. And he said, about insurance and everything. I said, look, everybody's having a hard time with this. And he goes, because we're going to suggest some tests to you. He said, they're going to cost quite a bit. And he said, if you don't have it, he goes, you know what? He said, we're kind of concerned. He said, I would like to have a CAT scan done. He said, we'll just do that here now. I was like, okay, cool. So he did a CAT scan, and it was a couple hours later, did some blood work and stuff like that. And he comes back and he goes, come here for a minute. And he pulled me off to the side, and he walked over, and he set me down. He says, look, he says, we found a couple masses in you. He said, the most important one we found was in your kidneys, or your kidney. He said, and he said, I would like to have you here. He said, I want to get a biopsy on that. He said, and I want to get some other tests done. So I said, oh, okay. So I said, whoop, vacation time.
Yeah, it's vacation.
So they put me in, and first day, no test, obviously. I was there, and they're just blood work, stuff like that.
Right.
Scheduling all the other tests because I had to get a colonoscopy, too.
Bet you enjoyed that one, man.
Oh, you know what? I did, and I'll tell you why. You know what? Out of the tests that they were doing, I was more afraid of the colonoscopy than I was the what the hell do they call that damn thing? The biopsy.
Oh.
Because I didn't want nobody shoving anything up my ass.
Right.
And I really didn't want to go to sleep. I don't like that feeling of when they knock you out. I just get paranoid,
Knocked out and something's in your ass.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bad alien movie. So I'm like, So I'm like, what the hell? So I was like, all right. And then, Humvee's there, and my sister showed up, and they're like, you got to get this done, because I kept bitching. I'm not getting this damn colonoscopy done. I'll do the biopsy. I don't care about that, and blah, 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 blah. So then we waited the one day. I was supposed to be up early in the morning. They were going to do the test. I got up at 5 o'clock, and here it was, noon, still no test done. It was 1, no test, 2, no test, 3, no test. And what happened is this stuff started getting all messed up. And I'm like, you know what? If they don't come soon and do this, I'll do the biopsy, but I'm not doing the colonoscopy. Here I thought it was a colonoscopy. It was the other way around that they weren't ready for. So they took me down, and they did a colonoscopy. I was bitching and complaining, of course, the whole time. I was in a pissy mood, and they had me on some painkillers, and, that didn't help. At least my mood, I felt better, but
this was
I was still pissy.
Now, this is the 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
No, I didn't get down here till 5 o'clock.
Oh,
so I was already waiting 12 hours just to have, they were going to do them back to back. Well, I got down, they did a colonoscopy. I snapped right back out of it and everything. And on the way back up, they're like, well, we got news. We can't do the both in the same day because it's too much anesthesia. They don't want to put you under and then bring you out and then put you under something else. They said it's way too much, so we got to wait till the next day.
Wow.
So I was like, oh. And the colonoscopy, I was like, well, okay. I don't remember nothing. My ass don't hurt. I don't feel like I've been abducted. I don't feel like I've been anywhere around a Red Lobster. I'm okay.
Right?
So I next day they're like, okay, we're gonna do the biopsy now. And it was pretty early. I think it was about 9 o'clock. So I was only about 3 hours. And they come up, they picked me up. And now they took me down for the biopsy. When I get in there, they're like, you're awake through the whole thing. I was like, oh, okay. And I've heard other people say they've had them done. They're like, well, that's not really that bad. You feel tug here or something there. Well, they put me in, and when they did, guess what?
We got a break.
It's time to go to commercial.
Yeah, to be continued.
We're going to have to finish this, and everybody's going to have to hear about my near-death experience.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. We'll be right back, bitches.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the bay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil, I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your car like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money? You can talk to me, you can talk to me. We got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund. We have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you'll be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the
hollering at
guts,
a bar,
blind
you'll
to
be
the
getting
facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerk Man. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic, like you already know. Get him, Jay!
We think it's the banning of
We
speech
are
First Amendment protected
anonymous.
material.
And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerk Man will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
Back to the STIM Radio Show with the man behind the mic would wish his woman would have a near-death experience or at least a death experience so he can get lucky. Maxwell Silverhammer.
Hell yeah. Fuck a dead bitch. Let me fuck. All right, so anyway,
Yeah.
you're going, all right, so finish up, man. You're going to go for this biopsy.
So now I'm going down and I'm going to get this biopsy done. And like I said, the colonoscopy was the one I was worried about. It should have been the other way around. Because I found out that the biopsy I was having done is a little more complicated than some other ones. I mean, it's not the most complicated, but it is a little bit more because they had to get the kidney. Now, in order to get the kidney, they have to go through your back. And if they go through your back, they have to go through the upper part, which they have to break the membrane in your not your lungs, but the rib cage and stuff too.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So so that now they put me there. They're doing all this stuff, shoot me up with the dye, and all that stuff. And he goes, okay, you're gonna feel a slight pinch. And they took me, and they just sliced me up just a tiny bit to put this thing in, this needle-like thing that bends. So they go ahead and they start sticking it in. Well, I feel this like tapping, like a little hammer kind of. So he had to tap and break the membranes. Oh. And as it would break through, you could feel it just like right through. You go, ooh,
fuck!
It feel like it cutting into your meat. And I was like, oh my God. And he goes, you feel that? I said, yeah, I feel that.
Give me more anesthesia.
So what they did was they gave me Propofol or whatever it's called, the stuff that killed Michael Jackson.
Some shit.
Yeah. And now they upped that a little bit. So now he's still going through, and he's like, okay, now while you're doing this, you have to breathe in and out because they're going through your lung area, and they can't puncture your lung. So, and he's trying to get it to angle the way he needed to get into the mass that's inside of my kidney. So he said, okay, breathe. And I was breathing, and it didn't match up to the first breath I took. So they had to pull back out and redo. And I said, oh. So he's like, okay, we got to do this again. He says, no, I need you to breathe like you did the first time. I'm thinking, oh my God, how did I breathe? I don't want to do this again.
Remember
how did I breathe the first time?
You know?
I don't want to go too far, So, and it came to mind, now I'm half out of it too. So I'm thinking, in my head, there's all kinds of stuff going on. So,
right.
So I did it again, and then I felt another tapping. So he's taking this thing and tapping it through to break through all these different kinds of shit going on through there, and you could feel it. I mean, it's not like it wasn't exactly like you were being sliced with a knife, but you could feel it cutting in, going in through you.
God damn.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So they get me something else to help it because they had to do it again because they had to go in a couple times to get these pieces. They did like 3 or 4 of them.
Wow.
So I was like, oh. So they're doing all this stuff and everything, and they finally get it out. Well, I'm really freaking out of it now, you know, and they're wheeling me back up. Now, I was awake the whole time, but not quite coherent as you normally would be.
Okay.
And we're in the elevator, and all of a sudden I start feeling this overwhelming. Like, do you ever get where you pass out and you feel like your whole body's being sucked out of you?
Yeah, you're just like, oh, I'm going down.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, God. I said, I'm not feeling so well. And the guy looks at me, and he goes, oh. I said, I feel like I want to throw up. He goes, oh, just hang on a minute. He goes, I'm going to have you to your room. I'm thinking, no, I'm going to throw up now.
Right here in the elevator.
I feel like I'm going to puke right this minute. He's like, no. Well, I didn't puke. But he wheeled me up and got me to the room, and he tells me to get out of the bed and go into the bathroom. Well, I guess by the time I got in there, I was whiter than freaking white. My lips were white, everything on me. I was going into shock. Shit. And now Humvee was there. My sister was there, which she took up nursing, and they had a social worker there too and stuff that was talking to everybody, and they even said, no, don't get him up. And they ran and got the nurse, and they came back and they did all this stuff, and they took a quick X-ray. They thought they may have punctured my lung. They did all this stuff.
God.
I was in bad shape. They gave me some kinds of shots of stuff and all kinds of stuff. I was bad. I was headed towards shock is what was going on.
Wow. Yeah, because you experienced such pain.
Yeah, and all the stuff that was going on, and probably too much of the anesthesia, because I just did it the day before. They had me on all other kinds of pills while I was there. You know, then anesthesia the next morning. You know, it was just a lot of stuff.
Because they do say that anesthesia can make you sick.
Yeah.
You know, like you could throw up or some shit.
So it was quite a bit of stuff going on there. So
fuck, man. And I'm bitching about my air conditioner.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Yeah, I had a great week.
And I'm all so pissed off at this shit. And I'm like, God damn it, this fucking. And then, but here, your ordeal sounds like fucking insane.
And then the doctor comes in, and they're talking and everything. And my sister, because she has a certain amount of nursing stuff that she took up, but she's not a doctor or nothing. But and so she comes in, and then the doctor's talking and everything. My sister goes, look, she goes, be honest. She goes, now I know if it's on the outside, it's a less chance that it's cancerous. It's more like a cyst or something usually on the outside. If it's on the inside, she goes, what are the chances? She goes, it's like an 80% chance of it being cancer at that point. And the doctor looked at her, and she goes, okay, I'm not going to candy coat this. Yes, we believe he's got cancer. She says, but we can't be 100% sure. She goes, because usually on the inside, when it's on the inside of the wall, it's usually cancerous. She said on the outside of the wall, it can be a cyst. She says more than likely, it's a better chance of it not being cancerous on the outside than it is the inside.
But this was on the inside, obviously.
This was on the inside. Yeah, it was a size a little bit bigger than, it was not the size of a big apple, but it wasn't the size of a golf ball. It was between there. They said it's a little bit bigger than a golf ball on the inside of my kidney.
Shit.
And that's only the one spot. I got more stuff to go through yet, so.
Fuck. So when do you find out the results of that thing?
I was hoping to find them out today, but they said probably Wednesday.
Oh, isn't that great?
So now I got to just sit around and wait some more.
Sit there and agonize and go.
And I'm telling you what, I'll be honest with you right now, just sitting in this chair has been very painful for me. And I'm not slightly kidding. I've been sitting here for a couple hours, and it's just... It's painful. I mean, bottom line, my whole insides just feel like someone just like is taking daggers and just like freshly slicing me.
Was this from the procedure, or are you feeling
I
pain
don't know.
because
I was feeling pain before that, but I don't think the procedure helped at all.
Wow. Fuck, man.
And now get this, and here's the funny part that I said. Remember I said I was going to tell you something that's going to make you laugh?
Oh, yeah.
Here comes the funny part.
Okay.
Now, I went in there with a lot of pain. Now, if I've got cancer, that causes pain.
Yes.
So I had pain, and I told them that. So they gave me tramadol while I was there. I said, look, I'm not big into pain medications, and I just want something to alleviate some of this pain. So I said they were going to give me Percocet. I'm like, I don't want Percocet. I want something very mild. They said, well, tramadol is a pretty mild pain reliever. You know, it's a step up above Tylenol, right. but it's better than Tylenol. It's going to help you. I was like, all right. So now after I get this procedure done, now I'm even more pain and everything. And on my way out, I said, well, do I have any prescriptions? She goes, no. I said, they didn't write me any prescriptions for anything? She goes, no. I said, what about some tramadol for the pain? She goes, let me see. She goes to the doctor, comes back, he goes, just take Tylenol.
Wow.
I was like, wait a minute. You got junkies coming in here 24/7 telling me they stubbed your goddamn toe. You guys are handing out fucking opiums and Percocets. And
oh, yeah.
I just had a couple of procedures done. I've already was in pain. Now I'm even more pain. And you're telling me take fucking Tylenol?
They're sending you home.
Yeah.
And saying,
I got sent home with Tylenol.
Get you a little bottle of Tylenol. It'll be fine.
So that's why I'm sure I'd probably be in a little less pain if they would just give me even a week's worth of tramadol just to get past. Because they said, well, you're going to be sore for about a week because of all the stuff going on. Yeah, prodding and poking, and so they said about a week until you're out of the pain and that. So yeah, take Tylenol. Fuck you, Tylenol, Mike.
Tylenol. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, so I couldn't get any kind of, not even Tramadol, not even Ultram.
They're going to send you home with, well, that reminds me of when I was in the hospital with I had my knee surgery, and I'm feeling my knee swelling underneath the cast and all this shit, and I asked the nurse, I was like, can you give me something for this pain? And she's like, no, we don't have anything. And I'm just
At the hospital?
Oh, come on, bitch, you're in the fucking hospital. You know? So
because the nurses and doctors are too busy popping it around the corner. They ran out.
we got to sell this stuff, okay? There's real fiends that need this shit. You know, you're just a guy in a little bit of pain right now. You'll get past it.
Yeah, even the nurse was just like going, she goes, I don't know. I don't understand this. But he said, no, you just take Tylenol. It's like, Tylenol?
That's fucking
It's like not even a couple, just to, for a couple days, just to give me, no. Tylenol.
Yeah, just go buy some on the street, man.
Yeah.
There's probably somebody there that sells them.
I know people that can give me a couple Tramadol. I mean, I actually had Tramadol, but someone stole my Tramadol when I was 2 years ago or something like that, when I had that
the bike wreck?
That bike wreck and I had some Tramadol, and someone came in, and because I only took them as I needed them, which was once in a great while if I had the pain or reoccurrence, and I come in and I had them in my backpack, and someone must have saw them and took them out and left the empty bottle in.
I'm just going to take these pills out of this motherfucker.
I'm like, what the hell? I mean, because I sparse these things out. I just take them when I needed them, and only when I needed them. I'm not a junkie. I don't want to get hooked on any of that crap. I just when you're in pain, you want to get out of it. I mean, especially if it's depending on the pain.
Right.
I can tolerate so much, but when I'm sitting here like this and it feels like my insides are being crushed, I would like to be out of that part of it.
Yeah, that's like you got people that are fucked up on that shit. That need that stuff. You know?
That's what it's for someone that truly needs it, and that's all I ask. Even though I don't care, I don't want a month's work. Just give me a freaking week. If you're telling me I'm going to be in pain for a week, then give me this stuff for a week.
Well, I think probably because when you're in the hospital, they don't want to be liable, so they're going to give you shit so you're not, hurting. But then once you leave, they don't give a fuck.
But it's amazing to me. Like I said, I see a lot of people with not that many problems or not any at all that are walking around on Percocets and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, why? I take a Percocet and I take a whatever the hell else, a lower tab.
Demerol.
And I'm like, well, what happened to you? I stubbed my toe.
Shit, I remember when I had my yeah, exactly. It's like, whoa, okay. Yeah, when I had my knee surgery, they gave me like 2 bottles of fucking Loratab.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and actually
you didn't want them, huh?
No, I took them for like 2 days. And then that was it. And I was like, okay, I can't use these
Maybe
anymore.
they figured I wouldn't get hooked on them. So what the hell's the sense? Isn't that what they do? They hook you on? Oh, man, he ain't no junkie. He ain't going to take it after this. Why bother wasting her?
Actually, somebody, who was it? Somebody was asking me if they could buy some pills off me.
Oh, when I had my motorcycle wreck, I had a whole bottle of the lower tabs. And I didn't take them. I only took them when I needed them.
Yeah.
And some dude's like, he was like, oh, man, you got like a 90 count? I'm like, yeah. He's like, can I buy them off of you? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I want to go to jail.
He goes, well, you said you only take them once in a while when you need it. I said, yeah. I said, I'm taking it when I'm in too much pain. I said, they're mine, not yours. I'm not selling you fucking drugs. What the hell's wrong with you? You know who that was? Dave. You remember Dave? I don't know if you remember him.
Not Dead Man Dave, was it?
No. Maybe he wasn't there when you were there yet. It may not have been. He was one of the guys that was he was a tax guy.
Oh, I know Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, God, how can I forget Mormon Dave, right?
No. No, this is a guy that him and his father worked there. They did a tax business. His son was hooked on all kinds of crap.
I'm trying to think if
you may not have been there then. I think that may have been a little earlier than your time at Old Talk.
It may have been I know the Mormon guy, Dave, that was hitting on V all the time.
Yeah, yeah. He was trying to buy my pills.
Wow.
I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So, you could use the extra cash. No, I don't need the extra cash. Not that way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, it's funny because I had people wanting to buy my fucking lower tabs off me.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. And I'm just like, nah, man, I'm cool.
Yeah. Why don't you just stub your toe? They'll give it to you. They'll give you at least about 120 count.
Hell yeah. Which, by the way, I get all these. I think I talked about this before. I'm getting all these fucking medical bills still from, when I had my.
Bumped your nose and cracked it open?
That too. That shit's still in my record.
Your Humpty Dumpty?
These fuckers at Summerlin Hospital. Yeah, it's like, well, bill my insurance, asshole. I went in there with insurance. It's up to you to charge the insurance.
I'll tell you what, though. I got to give them a shout out to St. Rose. They actually really took good care of me there, though.
So they were pretty good there.
The nurses and stuff, that they were just unfreaking believable. I mean, it's a Catholic church hospital. Very nice. I mean, they have 24-hour visiting, so anybody could stay with me as long as they wanted. They have a bed thing into the area so they could stay there with you.
We almost Mac Metro asked me because he hung out with me yesterday or Saturday, and he was like, "Do you want to go see him?" And I was like, "Well, this is when you were you're already out." And
I got out Friday late day.
Yeah, because we were going to come see you.
Went in Tuesday and got out Friday.
Yeah, 4 days in the fucking hospital.
4 days, yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we were going to come see you, but you were out by then.
No, fuck you. You didn't do it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Too bad.
Yeah.
Needed. Yeah, well,
Tiffany did. Tiffany came out and seen me.
Did she?
Yeah. She brought me some flowers and this nice little smiley face cup and shit.
Shit, I would have brought
she
you
came out
another.
and seen me.
I would have brought you another dick-shaped lollipop.
No, you know what? You could have brought me something to fucking eat, though. I'll admit, I didn't like the hospital food.
Oh yeah, how's the food, man?
Yeah, it was shitty.
Really?
Yeah, because what happened was it seemed like every time I was gonna get my dinner, because they had me on a regular menu, I didn't have nothing special.
Okay.
But every time I go to fill it out, they had taken it out, so I would get whatever somebody threw out there.
Great.
And the one time I got this shit, I think it was zucchini with mushrooms and something. I'm like, I opened it up, I was like, what the fuck is that? I closed it real quick. Scared the shit out of me. I didn't know what the hell. I was like, doesn't anybody eat hamburgers or meatloaf around here? Or
zucchini with mushrooms? Is that what you said it was?
Zucchini and mushrooms and squash and something else and some rice. And I was like, oh, no. I don't do that.
Hey, you know what? If I'm hungry enough, I don't give a fuck. I'm like,
well, you would eat a fucking cockroach on the floor.
Yeah,
and you don't have to even be that hungry.
That's
as long
true.
as a scamper, and maybe accidentally
just squeeze it and be like, he's dead.
Maybe you accidentally get some Hershey syrup on it or something. You know,
hey, like I said,
he was asking for it.
I'd eat it if it was dead. Yeah.
But no, I mean, but I did get that night though. My mom and Humvee came over and they brought me a Subway sub. So I was like, oh, thank God.
Oh, good shit.
But I hadn't eaten. And the first day I got there, I didn't eat in the whole fucking day because I didn't eat the night before because I was working here. I didn't have anything to eat here. I was sick. I went over to Humvee's house and I didn't feel well. So we went and laid down right away. So I didn't eat then. And right away in the morning, I got up, had all the problems. I went right to the hospital.
Right. So
it was almost like a 24-hour period. And I was like starving. And I'm sitting there looking around. And by the time I was in and out of the stuff, they put me in the hallway at first. So I missed all the dinners. I've seen everybody going in and eating and everything. I'm like, oh.
Fuck, I wonder if you just could have gone to the cafeteria and gotten some shit.
No, I was up in the hallway thing. I couldn't go anywhere. So,
oh, fuck.
But the one nurse brought me a sandwich, which was cool of her. So I did get a sandwich, and
man,
but they were really nice people.
That's cool. Well, that's St. Rose.
I had no idea I was in oncology. I think it's called oncology, oncology or whatever.
Yeah.
And my sister goes, I don't know what that. I'll be honest with you. I may be decent and smart on some things, but I didn't know what the hell that meant. And
it's cancer.
She goes, they got you in the cancer ward. I was like, oh.
Yep. It's the cancer dance, man.
Yeah.
You're there with everybody
Because
else.
I'm walking around looking at everybody, and I didn't notice. I should have at first when they opened it up, it said chemo pads. You think that would have been a hint to me, right?
Hey, that's like the chemo cycle.
Yeah.
Is that where you park the chemo cycle?
Yeah.
It's on the chemo pad?
Oncology or whatever, yeah.
Oh, the oncology unit.
Because I already put it up on Facebook. I was like, because I was bitching earlier, I was like, I just want to get out of here. And then I put up about being in that ward and stuff like that. And everybody's like, oh, man. I'm like, what did I do wrong here? And my sister goes, that's the cancer ward. You just pretty much told everybody. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, they know now, don't they?
They know now.
I know I think it was your sister put up a status about, pray or do whatever you do, and I normally I'm not into that kind of shit.
that was actually my niece's wife.
Oh, Horam?
Yeah, that's who that was. They come out and I noticed later on that she put that. She goes, I'm not much into this. She goes, but he's a pretty cool guy, and if you pray, do whatever it is you do, he could use the help right now. We want to make sure he's.
Yeah, I actually shared that.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I was like totally shocked.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm not really into that shit usually, but this time.
Well, you knew me a little more personal, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, well, man, fuck, anything is gonna help, this point. So yeah.
So I wait till Wednesday. Hopefully, I'll know by Wednesday. I mean, like she said, it's pretty much 80% chance that yes, that's what it is. So after that, you're like me and Clarence was talking earlier, you come to terms with things, you figure it out, and you move on.
Right, and just brace yourself. And
I mean, come on, how many years have we thought I've been losing weight for no reason? Tons of freaking weight.
Oh yeah,
I've had blood clots. I've had all kinds of things going on.
It's pretty evident.
All this stuff that's happened. I just didn't have the insurance and stuff at the time to go get checked. So it's just kind of taking its course a little.
Yeah, it's obviously
you don't lose almost 80 pounds in 2 years without any exercise or nothing.
And you've had this since what, 2011?
2011 when I first started having my first indications that when I started bleeding out my penis and pure blood and stuff like that, and went and got tested, and they're like, well, we don't know what it is, but and this is how shitty our healthcare system is that it took me this long from then till now to finally get fucking seen.
And that's the thing too. A lot of people say to me, well, how come he hasn't done anything about this? And I'm like,
I've tried on numerous occasions, tried to get insurance. I've tried to get any kind of coverage to go get the stuff I needed. This time, thank God, and this is why I say that out there at St. Rose, he knew I didn't have insurance. Yeah. And he pulled me off to the side. He says, look, this is something we need to get taken care of. And he said, I'm putting you in. Bottom line, I'm putting you in because I know if I release you, you're going to be back out to having to find the doctor, he said, it's not going to happen. He said, we've got to get this taken care of.
Fuck, thank God.
So he was nice enough, and he was a real doctor. He did what he was supposed to do. When they take the oath to help people heal and not turn, he did exactly what a doctor's supposed to do.
Instead of bullshitting with you,
instead of saying, "Hey, look,
money,
because he was talking to the urologist, and the urologist says, "Hey, look, just release him, and then he can come see me at the." But like he said, if he released me, no tests would be done because I would have to come up with either the cash or the insurance.
Right.
So he said, once I put you in, he says, I can order it and it has to be done.
Yeah. Wow. Fuck. I mean, that's awesome though that you got lucky there. Oh yeah, these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, Clarence isn't too happy with that either. He's
sick. Yeah, they're.
It made me sick too.
Well, and why is shit so unaffordable? You know what I'm saying?
Like, the whole system's messed up. I mean,
the shit is robbery.
How many times
dude?
I think we've all said this? This country and this world is one fucked up mess right now. We just got done sharing. I just shared something. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but it was. I think it was one of the singers. She's a celebrity. She's on the runway, a totally see-through outfit. You can see her ass. You can see her puss. You can see her tits, her nipples, everything.
Oh wow!
But then people bitch when someone is out breastfeeding their child somewhere. That's a major problem.
Yeah, that's
but we can see we can see the stars strut around naked, and that's fine.
Well, it's like and we talked about the hoe clothes that the little kids have now, man.
What, you mean the corporate pedophilia?
Corporate pedophilia, yeah.
Yeah, they actually put the sexy women's clothes right next to the girls' clothes, and they make the girls' clothes sexy as that because the girls want to buy them, and it's called corporate. They sell it as corporate pedophilia is what they call it.
That's what it is. I mean, how fucking sick is that?
It's a sick fucking world.
It's a crime, but yet they're pushing it. Somehow.
Well, it's not a crime once they're doing it. Hey, weed's not a crime if we're selling it to you through the law.
Right, we're making money off it, so fuck it.
But all you son of a bitches that are setting in for a fucking ounce for the rest of your goddamn lives, too bad. It was the law then, but we didn't make money.
That's funny. Like the somebody was talking about that in the barefoot group too. Where they said, well, why is it, I get sent out of a business because I don't have shoes on, but yet, you got chicks that are showing off little to nothing and guys that are sagging their pants and they show the plumber crack, and nobody's saying shit to them. And
well, that's supposed to be a sanitary reason because people can have foot funguses and stuff like that. And if you're touching it and other people are stepping in the same area, you can get all kinds of foot disease.
And most people got shoes on though, man.
But don't worry about the mini skirt that's all the way up your crotch that when you sit down, you got push juices squirting everywhere.
And you vag all over the place, man. Hey, they are some nasty fucks. Like, even at work, I'll be standing by the bathroom. I'll hear somebody in the fucking bathroom that will flush the toilet and then walk the fuck out without washing their hands.
Oh, you know something? There's one thing that you would have been so loving to hear and probably would have enjoyed. They had me drink a ton of barium. I can get it.
I was just gonna say, did they make you drink that shit?
It was. I'm not kidding you. It was. Did you ever see? Like if you're going to go out and get a weed killer, with a spray, it was that big of a fucking jug.
Oh, this thing, you mean? Oh God, like
it had a handle. The son of a bitch had a fucking handle.
Like the thing I had for
it was 400. Oh, excuse me, 400, not 4,000 ounces. Damn. Or something like that I had to drink within 4 hours.
What did it taste like?
Oh, it tasted great. They're like, she goes, she gets it out and she goes, okay, we got to fill this up with water up to here. She goes, now you got your choice of lemon, lime, strawberry, grape, or something else. And I was like, it's going to taste that bad, isn't it? She goes, yeah. I said, so if it looks like Gatorade, give me the lemon lime.
Lemon lime.
You know what? They could have probably put fucking the greatest pussy juice in the world in that stuff, and it tasted like fucking shit.
So it was horrible.
It was bad. I mean, I couldn't even drink the full thing.
I've heard of people actually. Well, I saw Stephanie, actually, Sluggo's ex. Remember one time she had to drink it for some kind of procedure she was having done.
Oh, God.
And she threw it right up. I remember that.
I drank about a little more than half, and they had one more cup sitting there. She goes, you have to drink so much every so. And I had another cup sitting there. I got halfway through that cup, and she walked in. I said, you know what? I'm done. I am not drinking any more of that. She goes, well, you have to drink. I said, no, I don't care. I'm not drinking any more of that.
I wonder if some people pound that whole fucking
But you know
jelly.
what? It cleaned me out. I mean, why did they have you drink so much? I mean, I literally, and this is the part you would have been proud of, I shit my ass off. I mean, I was like, oh my God. I said, man, if Max was here, he'd be like, yeah.
So you were taking some explosive shit.
Yeah, well, you had no choice. I mean, it wasn't to the next day, though. And right before I went down, I mean, I was just all of a sudden, like, it was like, either like, you go to the bathroom? I'm like, nope. She goes back in, and I was in the bathroom.
So, but the thing is, why would they want to clean any
because
of
I
the
had
bad
a colonoscopy, so they had to go up in and see all the way through.
Oh, I see.
But that was great. They said that was perfect. There was nothing really wrong there. So,
so your colon's good.
Colon's good.
But
Yeah.
your kidneys is a different story.
Yeah, kidneys, which I didn't know. I thought the bladder, because remember before they had found something in the bladder,
right?
And so they were more concerned with the kidney at this point. They didn't want to keep doing every freaking procedure, but they did do the scanning. Whatever is in my kidney is pretty big. So they were more concerned with getting a biopsy of that right now than anything else at the point. And the colonoscopy, because of all the bleeding I was having through both sides and that, they wanted to make sure that I didn't rupture or something.
Right.
You know.
Damn.
But like you said, you know, it's a start. You know, if that's cancerous, then obviously it's probably going to lead back to the bladder. So
Right.
So at least I'm getting a start to maybe seeing what chemo or whatever I'm going to be doing.
Well, something. Fuck. Get
Yeah.
that engine going, man, because fuck, the longer you wait, the worse it is. You know?
Apparently I've waited 3 years now and I didn't get better.
Yay! All right, bitches, we'll be right back.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like.
Sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
Classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping. But I damn near got caught, cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on JNJ.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What you gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil. I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your core like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money. You can talk to me, you can talk to me, we got what you need, or you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear. The things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund, we have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. That's TKEETONWFG@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
Yee! What up, though? It's the undeniable JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerkman. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
We think it's the banning of
We
speech.
are
First Amendment protected
anonymous.
material.
And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. My boy Maxwell Silverhammer and my bottom bitch Jerkman will set you straight with some good old true shit and none of that shit that irks me. Hey Maxie baby, I still got them videos. You fill my cereal port perfectly. Bitch.
The shit that hurts me. The shit that hurts
Back to the STIM Radio Show with the man behind the mic. That's right, the bald guy there was wishing he could have gotten his own colonoscopy. Maxwell Silverhammer.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of jealous, man. You know, they got to probe your ass. What the fuck?
I know you got an SMJ, but there's one thing I wanted to tell you, which I forgot till we were talking about the financial part of this. So you know how they send you in when you don't have your own, you don't have insurance, you know, that they rip you off with anyhow and everything.
Right, right.
So they send in a lady to get all my information. I didn't have my wallet on me because I was at her house and I forgot it the day before and blah, blah, blah. And she's asking me all these questions. And she goes, well, do you have a deposit that you can put down today? I said, I don't even have my wallet with me. I said, but I did just give a donation of some pee earlier.
I would have thought that was fucking hilarious.
I was laughing.
You know why they didn't laugh? Because that's not funny, man.
That wasn't funny.
For them, they're like, we're not going to make money off this shit.
I mean, I'm sitting there laughing, and Danielle's looking at me, and she's like trying to hold it in and giggling, and the person's just like totally straight-faced. She goes, you wasted it on somebody that has no sense of humor. I said, no, I didn't. That was perfectly fine.
No sense of humor, huh? Except
no.
if you got the money, they got a great sense of humor.
Oh, yeah, she looked all kinds of mad when I said that.
Good, fuck her. You know? So, all right.
Guess what time it is?
Switching gears. Time for the Sidey McJesus report. Oh, yeah. Haven't done this in a while. Oh.
Boy, you look at you. You're turning red. Look like you're getting a colonoscopy right now. Hey,
gotta save that blind man. Gotta save him from danger.
Blind people don't know any better.
Gotta save that blind man. Gotta save him from strangers.
I heard they walk into walls.
All right, so here we go, man. It's got a few here built up. Now, one is long and overdue, and it's one you witnessed.
Okay.
Remember when that Mike's last show?
Yeah.
And that what's her name? Sherilyn or whatever. Sherilyn, whatever. And so we're talking and doing the show and whatever. So then we finish up. And she walks over, and she takes my hand and goes, here, you can feel my face. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. And she's just like, you don't feel faces to see what people look like? I'm like, fuck did you hear that? You know? And I'm trying to be nice about it, you know? I'm like, that's just creepy. Imagine some dude just coming up groping your face, you know? I want to feel your face, you know? And so I'm like, I don't really feel faces. That's not my thing. And what I wanted to say is, can I smell your pussy? I mean, you know, that's the important thing. You know what I'm saying? No, but it was just weird. It's like, what the hell? Okay, feel your face. And then she almost felt kind of, I would say, dejected. Because later she says to me, do you give hugs? And I'm like, yeah, just because I don't want to fucking grope your face doesn't mean I'm not going to give you a hug.
What's wrong with people?
That's what I'm saying. It's some dumb shit. So, and here's some more dumb shit. So yeah, she got really weirded out about that. You know, just like, and she felt almost like, I don't know, like I put her down or something. Like I rejected her.
She
or
felt
something.
dejected.
She did, man.
She felt fucking dejected,
She
man.
was totally
I can't
dejected.
believe this guy won't feel my face.
You don't want to feel my face. Well, here's the thing, okay? If she would have asked me, if she would have said, so is it true that blind people touch faces to see what people look like? Because obviously, you know, we don't give a shit. We don't know what ugly is. We don't know what beautiful is. You know, ugly and beautiful are different definitions to us.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like certain things to me might be ugly. To you, you're like, okay, all right, I'll give you an example. Michelet. You know who Michelet is, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Supposedly she's really hot. I cannot fucking stand that voice.
So obviously she would be ugly to you no matter what.
Right, exactly. Like everybody else is like, damn, she's hot, man. What are you talking about? I'm like, listen to the bitch. She sounds like a 2-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I that's a perfect example of that, man, where I just couldn't. You know, it just wouldn't do it for me.
Well, when you didn't let her, when you didn't feel that good about it, I mean, did she get like a little pissy about it, or?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was kind of like, you know, oh, you don't touch faces? I'm like, no, where did you hear that from? And she was just like, oh, well, I just thought. See, the fact that she went and assumed it, that's what I have a problem with, man.
I think it's stereotypical bullshit is what I call it.
Yeah.
You know, some television shit that they see on TV.
It is. It's something that sighted people came up with, man.
Right.
Sighted people think that shit.
Right.
Oh, you must want to feel a face to see.
Exactly.
Look, dude, don't put your shoes on me. You know, you obviously want to know what someone looks like, and that's understandable because you're sighted. But I am blind. I don't give a fuck. So, you know,
I don't give a shit.
So the whole thing, you know, and the fact that she took my hand and went, here, you can feel my face. is I'm like, okay, you went and assumed something before you asked it. You know what I'm saying? Like you thought you knew the answer to the question before you even, you know what I'm saying?
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking she must have thought she's fucking beautiful.
Oh, I bet.
Hey, I bet you she thinks she's a dime piece.
Oh, she probably does. She probably does. And she is attractive. But you know what's like, okay, you sound hot. Okay, I got it, you know? But I'm not going to grope your face and say, bitch, you're beautiful, because I can't tell. That's not going to give me enough, you know? I mean, because we don't know big noses are supposed to be ugly, or, you know, little lips are ugly or something. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole different way of looking at things. But at the same time, you don't care about feeling faces. The only time I'm going to touch your face is if we are intimate. You know what I'm saying? Like we're making out or something.
Right.
But I'm not just going to walk up to a chick and be like, hey, bitch, can I feel your face? Yeah. Oh, hell no, bitch. You got a fucking beard.
No. I only feel faces when I'm at home plate, honey. Let's go home.
Actually, there was one time, there was a chick had like little like peach fuzz on her face, and I didn't know it until she was sucking my dick. Because then I put my hand and I was like on her face, and I'm like, oh shit, this bitch has some facial hair.
You didn't tell her to stop, did you?
No. I kept it going.
Of course not.
You didn't tell her. Stop.
Hey, bitch, you got facial hair? Oh, hell no. No, but that's the point of it, though. It wasn't bad. It wasn't something that was gonna ruin anything for me. You know what I'm saying? It was just a little facial hair, a little peach fuzz. You know, it wasn't shit. You know, wasn't like she had a whole fucking, you know, a beard going on there, fucking goatee. So that's one thing. That's my first SMJ. My second was there's this, and this also has to do with a chick. And let me just give women here a little advice. Women, if you are you know, start having the feelings, or you're interested in someone who is disabled, here's some things that are going to help you. One, talk to them like a fucking adult. You know, don't be condescending, because I've had a lot of women that like me, and they make the mistake of, oh, if they, you know, talk to me condescendingly, then that's how you interact with me. So they figure, oh, okay, well, you know, that's how you got to be with him, and he'll like me more if I do that. No, actually, it's the opposite. It's going to turn me off. And there was this girl I saw at this event I was at, and I see her all the time. She's been at a few of these, you know, these evening events that I go to. And it seems like she likes me. She's always standing around the table, but I could never figure out what it was that I do not like about this chick. And I'm like, what's the deal with her? Why don't I like her? And finally, she came over to me and she's like, hey, Max. I'm like, hey, what's up? And she's like, you hear talk, and it's just the way she said it was condescending. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say what exactly she said, because it would give away the kind of work I do, you know, and don't say anything about poodles, Jerkman. But she was like, you know, the way she made it sound was like, oh, you're here doing your little thing again or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, you're coming off condescending, you know? So that's the thing. Women, if you like a guy who's disabled, number one, you don't talk about his disability every 5 seconds.
Right.
Number two, you know, talk to me like a man.
Right.
You know, don't talk down to me. I'm not a 2-year-old. And so what that tells me is, and then people say, well, maybe it's because she likes ya. And it's like, well, then treat me like a man. If you like me and I have a dick that you want, then treat me like a man. Don't treat me like this. What is this? Like your, you know, 3-year-old son that you've always wanted or something? Or what the fuck kind of weird shit is that?
She probably doesn't know how. You know what I mean? Didn't know how, because obviously if she really wanted to hang out with a match, you know what I'm saying, she wouldn't know how to do that. I think what they do is I don't want to offend him if I go this way. Maybe if I talk about that, I'm too offensive this way. You know, but rather than do that, why don't you just talk to him like he's a fucking goddamn person?
Like a man, like a human.
Like a person.
Well,
hey, you jack off, what are you doing today?
This is why we're lacing them right now, man. They got their feet up. I'm tying their shoes for them, man, because this is what I'm trying to tell them. The hottest thing, because I've had this happen before. The women that I've tended to go for most are women that pretty much don't even think about my disability. You know what I'm saying? Like it isn't really at the forefront. Right. You know, they don't really care. And, you know, they might ask a question or two, you know, which I understand. But for the most part, they treat you normal. And you're just like, wow, damn, this chick doesn't. I remember one time I actually asked somebody, I was like, so, hey, man, if you have any questions about my blindness, and they're like, not really. And I was almost taken back by that. I was like, huh?
Not really.
Yeah, just like, because, and this is why I'm saying it, there are educated women that don't do this condescending baby talk or, the way they talk to you or whatever, or how they just come at you, man. And sometimes you can feel the looks too, like how this girl was sort of standing there just kind of like looking at me like I'm some kind of fucking, specimen or something, but I think she may like me, but she's going about it the wrong way.
Wow.
That was the thing. So,
well, here's what I can tell you. I'll be damned if they do, be damned if they don't. But here's what I know. If she really wanted to get your attention, all she had to do was treat you like a normal human being. What I mean by that is hey, Max, what the fuck's going on with you today?
Right.
None of this, hey, Max, maybe if I say this, maybe he'll say that. I think people that live like that, I think their whole fucking lives are based on that kind of cautionary shit.
That's true.
I've just never been cautionary. I don't, and hey.
Well, and who gets places, man? Risk takers.
Risk takers.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't ever take risks, you're never going to get anywhere. It's just the way shit works, man.
Yeah, my grandma used to say, boy, God ain't going to feed no closed mouth, so I open mine.
Yeah, see?
Fucking open mine.
There you go, man. Closed mouth won't. Although, though, having said that, though, the person who's doing a little too much campaigning sometimes is going to get fucking slammed too. It's like, like the business that bugs you all the fucking time. Like, quit selling me this bullshit. The more you push me, the more I'm going to push away. You know what I'm saying?
The ones I hate, Max, when you call them up and you solicit them for business and they still want to fuck with you all day. Look, man, I called you.
Yeah, exactly. Now they want something from you. Like, okay. No.
Okay, before we get started, could you tell me what was your mother's maiden name? Could you tell me also what time did you take your last shit today? And by the way, what is your address and your social security? Dude, I just want to buy a fucking roll of toilet paper. You know what I mean? It's like,
oh yeah. No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, no, we can get back to that in a second. I got one more though that's funny.
You got it.
One more that's funny as hell. All right, so today I'm getting off the paratransit bus, and I say to the driver, "All right, man, I'll see you later." And he actually laughed. I'm like, this motherfucker. I'm like, dude, you took this shit seriously? I'll see. He said, see. Like, motherfucker, you know what I'm talking about. I speak English like you dumbass.
That was a good one.
There was one other thing, and I'm trying to remember. Oh, that was, I think I did talk about this another time. Some jack-off put a file cabinet in the fucking walkway, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did talk about that. That was a few weeks ago. But it's just interesting because another buddy of mine who's also visually impaired was telling me his mom was over and she was doing some shit around the house and she left it was like a coat rack or something. I guess she had moved it and he didn't know that she had moved it because she didn't say anything. So she goes home and he's doing whatever at the house and he bends down to get something and bam, hits himself right in the eye on this fucking coat rack. And then he tells her, he's like, Mom, you can't, well, actually, he didn't, no, that's right. He didn't want to say anything because he's like, oh, it'll just make it worse if I tell her, when I see her again. So she comes over, she's like, what happened to your eye? So then he told her the truth. He was like, well, the rack that you moved, I wound up hitting it. So then he goes later to look and it's not where it was then. And he's like, Mom, what'd you do with the rack now? She's like, well, I moved it out of the way. He's like, I'm only going to fucking hit it again. You know what I'm saying? Like, out of the way, out of whose way? And what's your definition of out of the way?
It's awesome.
So, yeah, man.
Oh, shit.
That's,
this is the STIM. This is a crazy man up in here.
Oh, this is that shit, man. I'm telling you. But you're right, though. I know what you're saying, man. When you go to, like, fuck, they want you to fill out things for, would you like one of our system saver cards? Would you like one of our, I have refused to get any of those goddamn, Albertsons cards or Smith's cards or any of that bullshit. I use my buddies, when my friend takes me, I'm like, hey dude, you got a Smith's card? Yeah, I got one. Cool. You can get gas fucking points or some shit, but for me, it means nothing, It's
nothing.
like, wow, I get to have a card to be part of your fucking Ghostbuster club, really? Yeah. It's like,
I don't have enough room in my life for another freaking card.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude. Come on.
All these cards, and you're right, man. You go to buy one fucking thing, and all of a sudden they're selling, would you like batteries? If I wanted batteries, I would ask for the motherfuckers. Why, or, I remember one time I was somewhere, and the bitch, I think it was a CVS, and she wanted to sell me what the fuck? It was some kind of wine or something. She was like, we got this wine here. It has pictures of people from France on it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's going to do me real fucking good.
Wow. I need that.
Yo, you said, what? People from France on that motherfucker? Oh, my God. I've got to have this shit.
Need that shit.
Man, this is a must-have for me. Yeah, they're always doing that shit and asking all these crazy questions and well, you know what some of that shit is, man? They're trying to see if you can pay. Like what kind of demographic you're coming from. So that's why I almost think that asshole who said he fell off the roof and hurt his knee. Almost wondering if he figured out that where I lived and figured like, oh shit, he's low income. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going over to the hood to fix it. I could get shot over there or something. Fuck him. I hurt my knee. So it's almost like they're testing the demographics, I think. When they do.
I don't know. All I know is they ask me for too much freaking information, more information that I am always not willing to give. Right. And here's reality. Now they've gotten slick. They get your information one time, and then they don't give you a card now. They have you pull the thing over, put your phone number in there. So now when you walk up to the register, you don't have to have the card now. Just give me your phone number, and then they go ahead on and give you this fake-ass discount of what they're giving you. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like a couple dollars or something. And it's like,
dude, I don't even think it's that, dude. Let me tell you what, every time I walk out of there, all I know is they say, I just saved this a bunch amount of money, and every time I go out the door, I didn't save shit.
Well, that's
I
it.
saved a damn thing.
Yeah, they're always saying that. You saved $5. Oh, great.
Please. I call, what I call it, up 20, down 10. That's what I
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Up
like
20, down 10.
Well, you did save your $10 there. Isn't that great? You got a discount, man. We hooked you up.
I was talking to my friend George, man, before you got it today. I'll tell you, man, the whole world is just so fucked up right now. We were looking at the article, what he talked about, but there's just some crazy shit going on in the world. And I tell you what, people are just being affected by it in all kinds of freaking ways, dude. I mean, crazy shit.
They're out of their minds. Everybody's out of their fucking mind. It's like, what's going on here? Is there,
I mean, just take a minute. That's why I'm glad to be back with All Talk. I'm glad to be back with you and George. My radio show is coming up, The Block Report.
Oh, yeah.
Keeping it real going wrong, bro.
When's it going to start, man?
I'm going to start on the third week in June. We're going for one day that week. I haven't talked to George about the day, but he's giving me a good day and a good slot. And
good shit.
Man, what we're going to be talking about is some hard-hitting shit, man, that's going on in the world, but mainly, within the African-American community. We just got a lot of shit that we need to talk about.
Right.
And we're going to put it on the table, my pal. We're going to put it out there, bro. We're going to expose some things. You know what I'm saying? We got to.
Well, it's like everything, I mean, shit, there's a lot of stuff in the blind community, man, that you just look at and you're just like, dude, man, what the fuck? I mean, when unemployment is, it's some like high number, dude, like the one you just gave me about the illegitimacy.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude.
It's like 68% or something crazy.
72%, bro.
That for the illegit, that's an insane, that's one of those, that's staggering, dude. That's not even,
It's fucking crazy.
That's like, that's not even, oh shit. Man. It's staggering. Like that's some shit that'll hit you in your chest and knock you on your ass.
I call it the new black scourge, bro. It is. Man. It truly, really is. I got to tell you something. And hey, it's just something that we got to talk about. And I'm just so glad to have this forum called alltalkradio.net that we can put this shit out here. I've got people going to be calling me from all over the country. I got people that want to bust the door in to sit in on the panel because these are the things that we must talk about. And you know what? No one wants to do it. So you know what? I ain't got very much to fucking live for, so I'm going to fucking talk about it. Hello. Hello.
Well, here's what I'm noticing, and this is, everybody's a wannabe musician. Especially I've had a lot of rappers on my show and stuff like that. The problem is a lot of these kids don't even have tangible product for purchase. They just want to come on the show for what? So you can promote your SoundCloud page or your YouTube channel? It's like, dude, you don't actually have anything out and available that people could go buy if they hear it and like it. You know?
We call that shit passion projects. You know what? When you first get into business, George will tell you, you just think of the world of everybody, and you do all this stuff, and it's all based on passion. It ain't based on a dime.
No.
Well, when you do that a few years, let me tell you, Max, no more passion projects. Either you got your shit together, or you got to get the hell out of my studio.
And see, that's it, man. It's like after a while, like I let these kids come on. I never tell them no. But I've had one guy just bugging the fuck out of me. Can't wait to go. Some of these guys don't even have shit that's radio ready. It's like one dude sent me something. It sounded like he recorded it with like a tape recorder. And, man, I was like, dude, I can't play this, man. This is not something I can play. And he's like, oh, really? I'm like, nah, dude, you got to have your shit radio motherfucking ready if you're going to come on the shit that fucking cocksucking irks me. And we'll be right back, bitches.
All right.
If you're a fan of hip-hop and R&B, join me, the Bruh Ren, for a full non-stop hour of back-to-back slappers. Back-to-back slappers. Where the playlist spans from genres like R&B, soul. Hip-hop bangers like
25 sitting on 25 mil, I'm in the building and I'm feeling myself. Rest in peace, Mac Dre. I'ma do it for the pay, okay? Getting paid, we'll holler whenever that stop. My team good, we don't really need a mascot.
classic throwbacks like.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping, but I damn near got caught cause my beeper kept beeping. Now it's time for me to make my impression felt. So sit back, relax, and strap on your seatbelt. You've never been on a ride like this before.
Every Friday night at 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time and Saturday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Only on the Tough Love Show on J&J.FM.
Hey, most people don't plan to fail, but a lot of people fail to plan, and it really don't have to be like that. What you know about an IRA or a tax-deferred 401k? What gotta pay to the government? Ever heard of a tax-exempt retirement? That's info most folks don't know. What you gonna do if you live too long? What you gonna do if you die too soon? Can your spouse afford the house? Will your family go bankrupt if you get sick? You got a plan in place to cover medical debt? I'm not talking about Advil. I'm speaking on long-term ill. You ever seen a bill from that home where Big Mama went to live? It's like $73,000 a year. How you gonna pay for that? 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 You work hard every day, but you really don't like it. You're looking at a retirement crisis. Got a good education, got a good job, got the age and the time, but still got robbed in 2008 when the market crashed. Wanna tell your boss to kiss your bus pass, but you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. Said you can't cause you upside down and your savings on life support right now. So you wake up in the morning and you put on your game face. Then you run out the house late, headed to the same place. On the bus like I'm stuck in your car like I'm stuck. What you need is a solution, more income and less confusion. What you gonna do, where you gonna go, who you gonna talk to get the info and get money? You can talk to me, you can talk to me. We got what you need, and you can join the team. Build yourself, then build your wealth by sharing what you learn with somebody else. Each one, teach one how money works. Stay compliant so nobody gets hurt. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Move like a union, be ambitious. We all independent, follow the system. Hey, this is Travis. This song was recorded to get your attention. I have some powerful financial information that you should hear.
the things that you need to put in place for a solid financial foundation in case you live too long, die too soon, if you become disabled or need to go into a home, or if you simply need access to a tax-free supplemental retirement or emergency fund, we have the information to put these proper plans in place in case any of these things happen. Contact me at my email. That's tkeetonwfg@gmail.com. That's tkeetonwfg@gmail.com. Let's set up an appointment, sit down at the kitchen table or coffee shop somewhere. I'll show you the information. If you have the need and the means, let's get it done. Or if you're looking for a business with a great compensation plan and a proven system, you should join the team. I know this business isn't for everyone, but it's one of those rare situations where if we all follow the system, it can be a win for all involved. The companies win, the clients win, or the families win, the brokers win. We're entrepreneurs, we're our own bosses. Everyone is a broker. We can make good money and travel around the world on the company's dime. Let's at least try to do it.
At last, the wait's finally over. Be Sick returns from a long hiatus with a brand new album entitled Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Available for digital download only.
Be Sick's no punches pulled approach on the mic gives listeners what they want, as well as gives the rap game a well-deserved kick in the ass, with such hard-hitting gems as the title track, Mr. Zero Tolerance.
Mr. Zero fucking tolerance, you fakes at your fun. My tongue's replacing the gun. My toleration is none. Fuck a buster and a bitch.
Or the laid-back, fun-filled street anthem entitled Change of Pace, featuring Ghost.
This is something to bump as a gift to the haters. So turn it up loud just to piss off your neighbors. And if you out rolling, you be getting a ticket. And if you
Straight to the guts, blind to the facts.
Blind to the facts that your mind's in a trap. Blind to the facts that with time we adapt. Blind to the facts of what you don't understand. Blind to the facts by the media scams. Blind to the facts of what you read in a book. Blind to the facts of
Download your copy today of Mr. Zero Tolerance from www.cdbaby.com or go to www.cdbaby.com/cd/bsick2. Download your copy today. Keep the realness in the rap game.
All right, here we are. This is All Talk Radio, and here we are.
Now with JT Money, a.k.a. the Bitchizer, and you tuned in to STIM Radio with Maxwell Silverhammer and GJ the Jerkman. Heavy that. And guess what? They hate hoes almost as much as I do. So don't sleep on these cats. And speaking of sleeping, don't forget to check out my new single, Hustling, from my new project, Morning Wood. It's going down heavy, baby. And speaking of being out, I'm out like a busted traffic like you already know. Get him, Jay!
Here we are. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. This is alltalkradio.net, and this is your boy, Numbnuts, also known as Clarence. And here he is, your boy. He's back. The man, the myth, the legend. I'm just bullshitting, but here he is, Maxwell Silverhammer.
Actually, you brought us in a little early, man, but that's all right. You're learning. That part, see, that part plays. We're teaching Numbnuts. We're teaching Numbnuts how to work the boards here. See, now this is where you would have brought me in. But that's all right.
Okay.
That's all right, man. You did it.
But they know who you are, though, right?
Yeah, they do know who I am now. All right, so you can fade that. Cool. Yeah, we're training. We're giving him a crash course, man, in STIM radioism, you know? Yeah. All right, man. Go ahead and fade that.
All right.
Okay. So this guy, this is kind of funny. I had a guy on my Facebook, my friends list, and he's been on my show a couple times. And he posted something today. He was like, I just realized, how did he put it? He was like, if you do internet radio, how do you know that anyone's even listening to you? And he was going into this whole thing about, you know, I used to do it for a while. Basically, he did a show on this thing called TalkShoe, where you call in and do it over the phone. It's kind of like Blog Talk or something. And he was like, when I was doing it, you know, I'd get, 50 listeners one night, 100 another. He was like, I really knew that there weren't many people listening, but what was I to do? And, I tried to act like I didn't care. Really, internet radio is just masturbatory and you're wasting your time. And, he was on this whole thing of, you're total waste of time. It's, you're just pleasuring yourself with this shit. And if you were really any good, you'd be on FM radio.
Terrestrial.
Yeah, like FM radio is the shit. So anyway, he basically he was talking that shit. So I get on there. I was like, hey, dude. I was like, I do internet radio. You've been on my show. And I just explained to him. I said, man, if you're in it for that reason, for listeners and other dumb shit, then you shouldn't be doing it. It's you got to do what you like to do. So then he like wrote back. He was like, oh, no, man.
Well, my guess would be probably because internet radio is never going to go anywhere, right?
Yeah, it could be. No, if you're really big, if you're gonna be doing the big time there, Jerkman, getting with the big boys.
Yeah, because we've only been in existence 14 fucking years because we're not going nowhere.
And
I can't remember. It's been a long time ago. I remember I was with you.
Man, you know what's funny? Yeah. Like somebody in China or Australia, dude, if they got internet, they could hear you. Wow. Isn't that?
Well, see, the amazing thing is these people see this. They're seeing actual numbers on their own at that point. That's why. They're seeing numbers that they've brought in themselves. They don't understand that anytime that you see these big corporations come out, they're punching numbers up. Yeah. Anything through a website, what they do is they connect other websites to a main hub. And all those hubs, they gather the numbers, and that's where they get these huge numbers from.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is how they originally started the internet and how they made it look like it was actually built up. So I mean, I could actually go out and put up 100 different websites and take all those accumulative and put it together and say this is how many hits we get. I don't do that. That's just misleading.
Right. And you want to earn your hits, not make it.
We earn our hits, and right now we don't even worry about hits any longer. It's not that. It's a whole new world. These idiots are playing catch up to something that's about 10 years ago. It's no longer that way when it comes to the internet anymore. They're not worried about the hits you're getting to your direct site. They're worried about what it's getting out to and how it's hitting out to everybody and how they get the information, which mostly is going through social media right at this point.
Right.
You take it to the people don't come to you no more.
Let me ask you this: what about content? I mean, does content have anything to do with it?
Actually, no. If you look at everything else, I mean, come on, look at regular television. What the hell's the content there?
Yeah,
garbage.
Yeah, it's all garbage.
I mean, you're watching people go buying shit.
Garbage.
How great is that?
Hoarders and stuff like that. I mean, really, what it comes down to is it's just find your niche audience and take it to them people at that point. Yeah. That's why when we redesigned All Talk this way, this is exactly the way it was designed to take it to people as a niche setting.
I just can't believe he said, if you're going to do anything with it, you'd be on FM or something like that.
Well, of course, because we all know that. Why wouldn't you just go to AM at that point?
Shit. Why don't we just buy 8-tracks? Like I said, I mean, what?
You have an 8-track player? I got a couple 8-tracks.
No,
dude.
No, I do not. Actually, I think my uncle may have one, but
I don't even have a cassette player anymore.
I don't either.
Wow,
I don't either,
That's
man.
right.
It's all digital, all CDs and digital shit.
And even CDs are on the way out.
CDs
it's
are
all
on the way
going
out.
It's all going to download content.
Yeah.
Everything's stored through
Cloud drives
OneDrives,
and shit.
clouds, and stuff like that. So it's no longer. Nothing is the way it once was.
Right. No.
You know what it is? I think it's people's inability to want to change.
It is.
People don't want to change, but here's what I can tell you. Everyone who has concocted any change. That's why I love those new Cadillac commercials. You've seen them. That when they have these one person on these commercials where these people, the guy who invented the CD, the guy who invented the digital camera, all of these things that were important to us, today that,
Mean
years
nothing.
come on, dude.
Right.
The first time I ever saw a watch that you could talk to was on Dick Tracy or something.
Yeah, now look at this thing I got. This thing does everything.
So, hey, call me crazy, but it's all here today.
It is, and the problem is that the technology is so much further than any of us truly know. But people take steps and ways that they just take slow steps.
It's just funny, man. They'll advance, like I said. I mean, these are the same people, that can send dick pics over phones, and this is just the most amazing thing to them. But yet, they don't. Internet radio is a foreign concept to these people. Like, who?
And it will be for a long time. But they will not play catch up for a long period of time. I mean, what we're doing right now is way off the angle from what people are used to being and haven't seen done. By the time they catch up to what we're doing here, we will have moved on again.
Right.
I mean, when we first started internet radio, you were
That's right.
one of the first shows that were with us. And remember everybody, it's all porn and this and that on the internet.
Right.
And we had a hard time pushing it at first. And
Yep,
it was
sure
it was a
did.
deal that it was like, hey, this is something new. It's traditional radio mixed with the internet. Bottom line.
Right.
Why go daisy chain yourself from AM to AM station when we can get you to the world instantly?
Right.
Well, that's it. Why does anybody mess with AM or FM anymore?
Because these are the same people that will go out and buy crap and let good stuff fly by and go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Well, with internet radio, you got to think globally. You just can't think around the corner. I mean, you got to think globally. But here, I think these terrestrial radio stations, I mean, they have their internet connection as well. But, I think that what they do is it's directed at that pretty much local market. And I just don't know if there's anyone in Bangladesh that's pretty much going to be interested
going like,
in what's going on in freaking
I want to hear a
Vegas.
Vegas radio station.
Right,
Let me
yeah,
tune that
right.
bitch in.
And that's the problem. That's why internet has not taken off like it should have by now, because the big corporates can't figure a way to localize it to make their money.
Right.
There's the problem. I mean, you can only sell so many McDonald's commercials because we know that McDonald's is in Bangladesh.
Right.
Even though they tell you that they're over there in mud huts. No, they're eating fucking Big Macs somewhere.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
bullshitting you.
Totally.
But they don't call them quarter pounders.
Yeah, no.
They're called
the Royale.
Yeah. Yeah. Sheep McShannies or something. I don't know.
You probably do get a sheep burger or some shit. That feeds you lamb.
Just stay away from the savory sauce. I'm not shitting you.
Yeah, that's
no savory sauce. Trust us.
No savory fucking sauce.
You got to use your imagination on that one. Like, well, what are we putting on them burgers, man?
But that's what the problem is. They have not figured a way to capitalize on it. And now that we've got net neutrality out there, you're going to see everything start to change. Now the corporations, if you looked at Ted Turner, he recently has just merged with Comcast. Well, why would Ted Turner, one of the biggest cable providers out there, merge with Comcast?
More money.
Because they know that everybody is going on the internet now and watching their shows. Who the hell is watching fake CNN anymore or all this other bullshit they're putting out? Besides maybe her mom.
Well, yeah, or like
my mom.
Older people, like people in their 60s and 70s,
Okay.
And so now with net neutrality, they're going ahead and getting a hold of what they need. They can monetize it better. They can control it better, so they can say where the money goes.
Well, you can see it happening right now. I mean, the internet has come a long way now. Everybody wants to have their 2 cents in the internet. Everyone wants to have their control.
Man.
The government wants control. This entity wants control.
Sure do.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what. With the day that they control the information highway, we are all done.
Yeah.
We're fucking done.
Well, they're trying to go there.
That's what the net neutrality is. But the people that are out there that don't wake up to this shit, that sit back and think that their biggest thing was to get to the sheeple, if that's what you want to call them, was that, well, we're doing this for you because the minute we do this, they can't throttle your service back any longer. That's bullshit. The optic lines that we're running right now don't even hold the capacity to handle all of that they can't throttle back on. They have to. They do it for a certain reason, and hey, I would love to see it that they don't throttle you back, but you're going to get throttled back anyhow because there's only a certain amount that can run through there. Until they break down that infrastructure and rebuild it, it's not going to fucking happen. They're fucking bullshitting, lying you. You sucked into it. Now they've got control over your internet because you thought you were going to be able to watch your Netflix a little bit without buffering. Well, guess what? You're fucking wrong.
They're selling you. Yeah, they're selling you on.
They're selling you a package that's nothing but bullshit.
Yep.
It's a way to control stations like this. It's a way to control what's going on. It's a way to control the monetary value of it, is what it is.
Well, I guess obviously they're afraid of losing a foothold, man.
Well, they never really had one on the internet. That was the problem. They never truly had that foothold.
But see, if we get the internet, they're going to lose all.
Well, see, we've had it, and that's the problem. They have not had control of this. Look at all the information over the years that's came out of the internet that people would have never have known. I mean, there is a lot of media companies out there that are telling the truth about a lot of shit that they wanted to bury.
Oh, hell yeah. Like the one guy, what was the guy's name that they demonize now? That
Alex Jones?
No, not him. The reporter that was over, remember they're calling him a traitor? And
oh, you're talking about Snowden?
Snowden, yeah, there you go. Snowden. That poor fucking guy, man. I mean, they chewed him up, man, because of he was doing the right thing.
Right.
So he exposed them and all their bullshit, and they're wanting to come down on him and make him he's a traitor, he's a terrorist, he's no, you know what, he's a real American.
No, he just knew that there was some information that we needed to have and some things that were going on that just wasn't freaking cool.
And what's bad is the media were swaying people's minds, because I actually heard people go, what an idiot that Snowden, he's giving away all
our... Jesus, I wonder why. I mean, if you look back at it, the major crash that we had in 2008, we actually went out, and I'm sure Clarence probably knows a little bit about some of this here, which would be the fact that all the automobile industry that was bailed out now is owned by the government.
Oh, General
GM,
Motors,
government motors.
Yeah,
here's what happens. When they decided to do that, hey, I don't know. Maybe I was for it because I was in that industry at that time. But however, now General Motors and the government are bedfellows, and all of these contracts that are coming out. The government's awarding all these contracts to GM. And hey, listen, I know in a lot of countries, governments do bail out businesses. And I'm just kind of in the middle of that because I was born in America. I guess it's just not cool for the government to step in and help you if you're failing. But hey, I don't know. I'm just in the middle of that.
Supposedly, we're a capitalist country, man. Business and government.
But
should
the whole
not
thing
even be
comes
connected.
down to it doesn't even matter. And if you're looking at any kind of laws that were put in its place to protect the people from that, the government is not supposed to own any true entities.
No, they're not.
And the reason is because of what can go on. The government starts to own companies. Well, they're taking our money and buying up a company. You can't do that.
Right. Now they have an interest invested.
Now they
in
have an
that shit.
invested interest, so now they will start awarding. Right. It gets to a shady area.
Right. I mean, question. I mean, I got to ask. But I don't know. Are there some companies in America that are just too big to fail? And is GM was one of those companies?
That's some bullshit.
Well, no, it is not bullshit. It is true.
I know. I mean, it's bullshit that they should fail. They should let them fall on their
But
ass.
the problem was they never would. It was all bullshit. They're not going to fall on their face. There's no way they can.
Right.
They're not going to let a big American company take a dive like that. It is not going to happen. When you can print your own money out of nothing, why would you allow that to happen?
Right. So now they bail the bank. I'm in the believer that hey, you fuck up, you start losing money.
That was the big shift on you can't get into a country and control it when the people have the control over it. Right. So you have to take what's the best way that anybody out here could actually say, hey, look, we don't want to take your shit no more, knock it off. If you have a little bit of money, you have a little bit of backing, you have a little bit of power.
Right.
If people are barely surviving nowadays, how do you have the chance to even sit back and do any of that when you can't even feed yourself or your fucking kids?
Yeah.
You take your money away. You take everything that they need to survive with. You're too busy running around in circles trying to survive. You're not going to pay attention to what's going on around you.
Well, and that's it, man. It's to the point where you can't even relax. Like you're just waiting for the next fucking thing to come, and you're like, damn, did I, I catch myself sometimes getting in that mindset of, oh shit. And then you have to stop yourself and go, I didn't fucking do anything wrong.
Well, it's easy to do. I mean, it's a country of blame everybody for everything. It's no longer we're Americans, we stand together. It's narc on your neighbor and let us know what they're doing.
Yes. You know what it is? No one really wants to take responsibility for anything.
No. Yeah, that's exactly right.
I just can't remember the last time I've heard anyone step up and go,
My
hey,
fault,
you know what?
man.
I made a mistake. I fucked up. I'm sorry. I'll get it right the next time. I'll do my best to change what I'm doing in order. People just don't do it anymore, man.
I do it here at All Talk all the time. Ask him. When I fuck up, I say, hey, look, I made a mess up. I'll fix it.
Yep.
I mean, I have to use this all the time with people. Mistakes. You remember those, don't you? Because they look at you like you're fucking crazy when you make one, right? Hey, you remember those, huh?
Right.
Well, it's funny. It's funny, boy. They'll,
exactly right.
They'll point out your mistake real quick. But however, they fuck something up. Oh, get them to admit that they did anything wrong?
Well, come on. Look at. I mean, I think we should just give a quick plug here to Clarence because he's going to be doing a show, and the topic he's going to be talking on, or how this country and how people around the world are falling apart.
Yeah, I can't wait till you start your show.
I mean, we were just here earlier, and I was on Facebook, and we saw, I don't remember who it was, but it was one of the singers, and she has on totally see-through clothes. You can see her nipples plain as day, her ass cheek where her fucking cheeks spread apart, her lips in the front, everything. Yeah, she's standing on she's actually standing on a runway, a red carpet runway, and they're all snapping pictures of her, and yet when a woman goes out to breastfeed her fucking child, she's demonized.
Houston, we have a problem.
And
we have a problem.
This is supposed to be, that's acceptable because it's a celebrity and
exactly
her,
right.
her pussy and her tits and all that shit. But you're right. A woman breastfeeds and all of a sudden she's a criminal and
and here's what I know.
Inappropriate behavior.
We have such bigger fish to fry than that. I just tell you, I'd be honest with you. When I look at stuff like that, it freaking makes me puke. Because when I start reading and I look at these news talk programs and I go and I do my research and I find out that over 72% of all black babies that are born in the United States of America are born into families with no father. Let me tell you what, when I see that trend, here's what I see. Man, I just see freaking total havoc in America. It is a problem, and it's not a black problem.
Oh, no, it's only a black issue.
No,
that's
it's not
all.
a black problem.
No, that's
this is a society problem.
It's a societal
and we
problem.
need to get it handled. Somehow, somewhere along the line, my friend, we decided to accept the fact that being married out of wedlock was cool, and I'm here to tell you, It was a fucking mistake, brothers. It was a mistake. And unfortunately, African Americans are suffering from it the most.
And it's a way to shirk responsibility.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because like we just got done saying how no one takes responsibility for shit anymore.
Well,
so now all of a sudden.
Come on. I mean, you get married at a drive-through, you get divorced at the next drive-through on the way out the other fucking side.
Right.
Your honeymoon's fucking on the way through. I mean, that's really what it is.
The divorce rate is above 50%.
Yeah.
Above 50%.
Above 50%. You know, there was a time when you married somebody, you sat down and worked out your fucking issues. You stayed with the person. You did the best you could. I mean, if it was something where, okay, if the woman was being beat to fucking death, I understand. Get the fuck out of the goddamn marriage.
Sure.
You remember the standard answer? Hey, Daddy, I got a problem. Marry the girl.
Like that's
marry the girl.
It doesn't matter what the problem is. It's like, marry her. Whatever it is.
Maybe we're dinosaurs, but what the fuck? You know, it's a fucked up society. Things are getting worse, and it's all coming down to, like you said, trying to blame it on a race issue. It's not a fucking race issue.
It's a society issue.
Yes.
And I told you I have a friend who's got a deadbeat mom.
And now we're starting to have the moms do this, dumping their children.
Yep.
And just saying, see ya.
It's catching on. The women are walking out and throwing in the keys.
Yeah.
Here, I'm out. I'm gone.
But then you hear, and the biggest thing to this is, well, men have done it for years. Yeah, well, so that
what? Does that make it right?
And that's the whole thing, right? Don't use that as a cop out. Don't use that as your excuse to be a total dick wipe.
I mean,
or puss wipe or whatever the fuck you want to be.
I could actually be, I could say, well, women have done this for years. Like, let's see, how about if I fuck a chick for her money? Then I could say, well, women have done it for years. Why not?
Well, you'd be a gigolo.
Yeah.
At that point.
Well, exactly. And that's. Yeah, that's funny. That's revered, isn't it? That looks good.
Yeah, you know, I say something. Most of these issues, that are coming on the Block Report, they really are conservative issues. They're the kind of issues.
Give your show a plug. What's it going to be called?
The Block Report, where keeping it real always goes wrong. You know what I'm saying?
And it's starting, you said the third week of June, right?
Yeah, third week in June. Okay. We're going to launch. We're going to launch. And I got to tell you something. It's talking to a lot of friends, people in my area of influence. They want to talk about it. People want to talk about it, but no one really wants to, step up and
because
start
it's only
the
a
conversation.
Black issue. That's why.
But it's not.
I know.
But it's not.
I know.
But it's not. I mean, what do you think? Where do you think these children that are being raised with no fathers, where do you think they end up?
Jail?
My guess would be at a great paying job. With
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Ivy League schools, all that shit. They're gonna be
wherever they end up. Let me tell you, we're footing the bill. That's all I gotta say.
That's what I'm
We're all
saying.
footing the bill.
Yep. It's like the taxpayer will wind up paying for that shit, but that's it.
Right.
Shirk responsibility. Why not? Somebody else will take care of it.
So without letting the cat out of the bag, that's what we're going to talk about. It's just real simple. It's
one of the many.
It's going to be a great show.
One of the many. Illegitimacy, the new black scourge, and it's just something that we got to talk about. And I'm just proud to be part of All Talk Radio family. And being
I'm
able
happy to have you back after all these years.
You know what? Mike left. Mike left, so I guess I got a new favorite show on All Talk. I was a little bit worried, man. I'm like, well, what am I going to listen to now? No more Mike.
Whoa! So I'm excited. I'm excited, guys.
Do you know how to end us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I got to come over there and help him because I don't have the commercials loaded up. So have fun, guys. I'll be around the other side.
All right. Oh, that's who's sitting there. I was like, who the fuck's sitting to my right? I was like groping you, man. I was like, who the fuck is this?
Blind?
Yeah, exactly. Well, on this note, I guess this is the end of the show. So we're going to take this bitch out. And anyway, I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And I am Clarence Ayers, also known as Numbnuts.
I was GJ Colonoscopy Jerkman.
And that's the story there, bitches. See ya.